Isn't it odd that a pickup truck is one of the most popular car body types in the world? Even in the United States, where vehicles like the Toyota Hilux were never marketed, it is almost a guarantee that many people will be aware of it wherever you are. When a car is so well built that people struggle to deliberately wreck it, there seems to be something intriguing going on. This demonstrates the engineering possibilities and shows that even a basic work vehicle can be fascinating. It's unfortunate that the Hilux isn't offered for sale in the US right now. We are adamant that the Hilux is more necessary than ever for the country that loves trucks the greatest. The majority of nations outside of the United States sell the Hilux, which is replaced there by the Tacoma. In several ways, the Hilux and Tacoma from the previous generation are remarkably similar. It is a mid-sized truck, perhaps somewhat smaller than the Tacoma, that primarily targets the markets in Europe, Australia, and Africa. One of the most popular trucks on the road and one of the best-selling trucks in the world today is the Hilux. In fact, for a while it was the most popular car in Australia. The brand new Ford Ranger, however, recently surpassed the older model because of its outdated styling and features. You may not be aware of this, but the Hilux used to be offered for sale in the United States. The model, which had originally been released in 1968, was launched to North America in 1972 and immediately became a big hit. It was even named 1974's Pickup of the Year, which is even more amazing. Toyota's success is undoubtedly amazing because at the time, the American market placed a tremendous emphasis on indigenous products. Later on, the Tacoma eventually replaced the Hilux, perhaps in the middle of the 1990s. Like many modern cars, the Hilux has become less reliable and durable as a result of legislation and consumer demands. Because of a diesel particulate filter and exhaust gas recirculation system that clogs up the intake and exhaust systems, the vehicle's 2.8-liter turbodiesel engine, which generates a respectable 201 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque, has trouble. This can cause further issues. Despite this, it is still considered to be one of the most durable cars one can purchase and can be made even more robust if the right modifications are made from the start. The ladder frame that the Hilux is mounted on has an independent front and a solid, leaf-sprung rear axle. Due to the Hilux's use of a fairly comparable 6-speed transmission, this arrangement is almost identical to that of the previous Tacoma. When the vehicle is empty, the leaf-sprung rear end is jerky, and the transmission is far from being as sophisticated as what is offered by Ford. Even though this configuration is now rather old, approximately 7 years old, this is what makes it appealing. The 5th-generation 4Runner, which is likewise out of date yet continues to retain its sales numbers, is in a similar scenario to the present Hilux. This doesn't prohibit Toyota from making updates to these automobiles either. Isn't it unfortunate that one of the most well-known pickup trucks in the world isn't offered in the nation where it was invented? The Hilux would provide something that is currently lacking, and we think that it would be tremendously beneficial and successful in the US market. That object is a completely unadorned work truck. You see, most trucks on the present domestic market are attempting to perform functions that were never intended for trucks. Every model comes in a dozen various trim levels, ranging from basic pickups to over-the-top, extravagant machines that, if necessary, could compete with luxury sedans. For those who only require a truck for work, the Hilux can offer the most basic option. It is simple, the inside is as utilitarian as contemporary interiors get, and its reduced size and cost-effective diesel engine would make it quite appealing in today's rapidly evolving world. The GR Sport versions come with a 4.0 gas-powered V6, but in the present environment of engine reduction and emission regulations, that powertrain would undoubtedly be viewed as being excessively thirsty. Following recent world events, people appear to be rediscovering a passion for smaller, more affordable trucks, and the Hilux fits this description to a T. The simplicity of it will undoubtedly appeal to many, even though it will never have the payload or towing capabilities of a full-size pickup. The primary reason the U.S. doesn't get the Hilux is due to the country's tax legislation, which mandates a 25% levy, often known as the chicken tax, when importing a light-duty truck made outside of the country. Naturally, this is being done to encourage manufacturing in the U.S., which will benefit the economy of the nation. There is nothing wrong with that, of course, but doing so might prevent American customers from purchasing fantastic cars like the Hilux. However, this isn't the only reason why the Hilux is unavailable in America. Toyota would not have imported the car, in our opinion, even if there were no 25% tariff in place. Trucks are seen as status symbols in the US, thus manufacturers give these vehicles more thought when designing and equipping them. This contributes to the fact that there are now so many trim levels. Having said that, it's possible that the Hilux's simplicity, which is both its strength and the reason it ought to be offered in the United States, is the reason Toyota would never export the car to North America. Its simple foundations might not be of interest to the great majority of individuals. Because of this, the Japanese manufacturer will continue to market the Tacoma, which is more upscale and well-equipped, but, if you exclude the engine, is almost identical to the Hilux. In fact, these two models are so similar to one another that we can infer a lot about the underlying principles of the future Hilux just by looking at the recently unveiled all-new Tacoma. Although the platforms of the Hilux and Tacoma are quite similar, the Tacoma is a little broader than the Hilux, making it more ideal for the wide roads in America. Hilux offers a variety of engine choices, many of which are diesel choices, which is another point of differentiation. American shoppers are not very fond of light pickups with diesel engine versions. Before a year ago, the Toyota Hilux was more sought after than the Toyota Tacoma built for the US market. The Tacoma's degree of desirability has since soared far above that of the indestructible Hilux. However, with the introduction of the brand new 4th generation model, the 2024 Toyota Tacoma now features a much stronger 228 horsepower 2.4-liter I-Force turbo inline-4 due to riding on a completely new platform. A 159 horsepower basic engine was standard on the 2023 Tacoma model. However, the brand new 2024 Tacoma Hybrid with its powerful 326 horsepower I-Force Max engine is the real game changer. Apart from this, the all-new Tacoma's other awesome features include a manual gearbox, the reintroduction of the Tacoma Pre-Runner trim, the addition of the Trail Hunter Overlander, the most cool Tacoma of them all, and the outrageously more capable 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro. Shock absorber seats, which are included as standard, are another previously unheard of party trick for the 2024 Tacoma TRD Pro. The 2023 Toyota Hilux has an advanced past gas and diesel engines in comparison to all of this. The most powerful Hilux pickup vehicle available today has a 2.8-liter diesel engine with 201 horsepower and 376 pound-feet of torque. The 2023 Hilux with rally-inspired performance and aesthetics is the coolest one to purchase. Yup, the agony of desperately wanting the storied Toyota Hilux has finally passed for America. On the other hand, a brand new Toyota Hilux is unavoidable. However, we don't anticipate it to be as cool as the 2024 Tacoma, which has been exquisitely crafted for America. And so, which do you prefer, the Toyota Hilux or the Tacoma? Let us know your thoughts in the comment box below. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much. For more videos about EVs, Toyota, Tesla, Ford, and the most recent auto news, please consider subscribing to Tech Addicts.